The 2020 Class B Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee and the Minnesota Baseball Association Class B State Tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. My name is Eric Bramer, and it is my pleasure to be bringing you today's game between the Prior Lake Jays and the Moorhead Brewers. Today's game is scheduled to get started in just a few moments. The prior game won by Miesville. That will make a Miesville-Champlin Park matchup. Here in the bottom half of the bracket, it'll be Elko moving on to the round of 8. Dundas also moving on. The winner of this game will face Dundas, and the winner of the late game between Cold Spring and Anoka will face Elko in that round of 8. The Prior Lake Jays are the visiting team, Moorhead Brewers the home team, and we will let the public address announcer here at Joe Schlepper Stadium get us started.
Number 3, Sam Emmerich. Number 11, Matt Cady. Number 13, Adam Kress. Number 15, Tyler Bougier. Number 16, Sam Schlachter. Number 17, T.J. Larson. Number 18, Sam Chapo. Number 19, Jet Heyman. Number 22, Brett Mitchell. Number 26, Lawson Zenner. Number 29, Cooper Schnackenberg. Number 34, Ben Koopman. Number 40, Jimmy Larson. And number 44, Jack Larson. Now for the starting lineup for your Prior Lake Jays. At center field, number 4, Austin Gordon. The second baseman, number 8, Jeff Butler. Designated hitter, number 7, Joel Loftus. The first baseman, number 21, Jonah Hoig. Third baseman, number 12, Mitch Goodwin. Left fielder, number 6, Rob Frederick. The right fielder, number 27, Cooper Smith. The catcher, number 24, Tommy Keene. The shortstop, number 10, Corey Goodwin. And pitching for Prior Lake, number 7, Ben Eisenberg. Now introducing the co-managers, Tex Chapman and Scott Giesler. Coaching for Prior Lake, Taylor Smith, Pat Galvin, and Justin Braun. Those are your Prior Lake Jays. Now the home team for today's game, the Moorhead Brewers. Number 4, Nick Salentine. Number 5, Jeremy Pescel. Number 10, Jason Beck. Number 11, Casey Clemenson. Number 12, Chris Clemenson. Number 13, Derek Dormanen. Number 14, Ryan Olson. Number 15, Kyle Kingsley. Number 20, Cole Christensen. Number 21, Brooke Leiter. Number 24, Parker Trewin. Number 33, Grant Wiesler. Number 44, Parker Harna. Introducing the starting lineup for the Moorhead Brewers. Number 2, starting at center field, Spencer Flatten. In right field, number 16, J.C. McLean. Second baseman, number 23, Denver Blinn. The designated hitter, number 45, Joel Halleck. The third baseman, number 1, Tanner Allen. The first baseman, number 8, Mike Pescel. The shortstop, number 25, Brent Colpack. The catcher, number 7, Chandler Ibach. The left fielder, number 51, Matt Oy. And the starting pitcher for Moorhead, number 6, David Ernst. The bat boy for Moorhead, Drew Snyder. And the head coach, Kelly McConaughey. The national anthem has already been taking place today. We are ready to play ball. The umpires for today's game, in the field, Ken Lehner. And behind the plate, John Pescel.
And there you have it, the starting lineups for these two clubs. Prior Lake, the visiting team, wearing black with gray pants, and the home Moorhead Brewers wearing powder blue with white pants. The story in this game, as with the entire season, how sharp are these teams going to be? Moorhead has this year an advantage where they would normally have a disadvantage. Because of the COVID-19 restrictions throughout the state of Minnesota, many town ball teams were unable to play a full schedule. Moorhead, on the border with North Dakota, was able to play most of their home games in North Dakota and thus have a little bit more experience. They have a lot less travel than a Moorhead club normally would at this point in the season. We'll see if that plays to their advantage this afternoon. If you didn't hear it over the public address, here's the starting lineup for the Prior Lake Jays. They're managed by Scott Giesler. Co-head coach and general manager is Tex Chapman. Leading off in center field, Austin Gordon. Batting second and playing second, Jeff Butler. Batting third, the DH, Joe Loftus. The cleanup hitter and first baseman is Jonah Hoig. Batting fifth and playing at third base, Mitch Goodwin. Batting sixth in left field, Rob Frederick. Batting seventh in right field, Cooper Smith. Batting eighth, the catcher, Tommy Keating. And batting ninth at shortstop is Corey Goodwin. Those 9 go up against David Ernst, the Moorhead starting pitcher. Ernst, a personal trainer by day, played collegiate baseball at North Dakota State. Standard pitch mix, fastball, slider, and a change. He has had great success so far this year. Ernst, a 9-1 overall record and an ERA below 1, 0.87. He leads the team in innings pitched by a wide margin, 62 innings, and in those innings, 79 strikeouts. He's allowed only 1 home run. And on the topic of home runs, we'll see if the ball carries today here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. It is a very warm and muggy August afternoon here in Minnesota. Wind blowing out to center field, 86 degrees, it feels like 93. And Austin Gordon will lead things off for the Jays of Prior Lake. Gordon followed by Butler and Loftus. First pitch, a swinging strike 1. First pitch delivered at 2:09 in the afternoon. Ernst back with the next. On the outside edge, a called strike, says John Festa, the home plate umpire. Ahead 0-2. The pitch misses wide. Might have been a chase pitch. Defensively for Moorhead in the outfield, left to right, it's Matt Oy, Spencer Flayton, and Jace McLean. 1-2 pitch. Lifted in the air, left field and deep towards the corner. Oy is back, and with room, shy of the track, he hauls it in for the first out. On the Moorhead infield at third base, it's Tanner Adam. At shortstop, Brent Colpack. At second base, Denver Blinn. And at first base, Mike Pescel. with Chandler Eibach behind the plate. Jeff Butler stands in. Right-handed hitting second baseman for the Jays. Ernst from the line, the first pitch. Misses wide, ball one. Next offering, hammered down the third baseline, knocked down by Adam, quickly recovers and fires across the diamond to retire Butler for out number 2. Nice play by Adam, didn't panic when that ball didn't find the inside of his mitt. Bare hand pickup and an on-target throw means 2 up, 2 down in the top of the first. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Joe Loftus. First pitch at the knees for a called strike. Crowd doesn't like that. Just eyeballing the crowd, it looks like the majority of the Prior Lake fans are behind home plate here in the shade. Check swing foul, off to the right side, 0-2. And several of the Moorhead fans are down the right field line where they have some tree cover and some natural shade closer to their home team dugout. The 0-2 pitch. Low and away to the backstop. These two teams last played in 2018. Moorhead won that game by a score of 8-1, but it was close until the late innings. The 1-2 pitch from Ernst to Loftus. Chopped on the ground left side. Second hop for Adam. Throw is low, but dug out at first by Pescel. It's a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for David Ernst. And the Moorhead Brewers are coming to bat. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the bottom of the first inning at Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee, scoreless between Prior Lake and Moorhead, with the Brewers coming to bat with this lineup. They're managed by Jeremy Pescel. Leading off in center field, Spencer Flayton. Batting second in right field, Jace McLean. Batting third, playing at second base, Denver Blinn. The cleanup hitter and DH is Joe Halleck. Batting fifth and playing at third base, Tanner Adam. Batting sixth at first base, Mike Pescel. Batting seventh and playing at shortstop is Brent Colpack. Batting eighth, the catcher, Chandler Eibach. And batting ninth in left field, Matt Oy. The Brewers will face Ben Eisenberg on the mound for Prior Lake. Eisenberg in his second year pitching on the Prior Lake squad. Standing at 6'2", he hides the ball well and uses the height to his advantage, getting some good downward action on his pitches. Here is Spencer Flayton, the leadoff man and center fielder for the Brewers. First pitch misses wide, ball one. Eisenberg manicuring the front slope of the mound, trying to find his landing spot. And he misses low and away, 2-0. Next pitch misses just low, had the plate but not the height. 3-0 to the speedy leadoff man with Jace McLean waiting on deck. Four-pitch walk begins the ball game for the Brewers at the plate. Flayton is aboard, and that'll bring in McLean. McLean, the team leader in home runs with 4. He's batting .240 with 24 runs batted in. But a good power-speed combo. He also leads the club with 20 stolen bases. First pitch swinging, lifted in the air, foul behind home plate. The catcher, Keating, couldn't find it. No matter, it lands out of play, 0-1. Keating behind the plate, Hoig at first, Butler at second, Corey Goodwin at short, and Mitch Goodwin at third. And then left to right across the outfield, it's Frederick, Gordon, and Smith for Prior Lake. Flayton with a modest lead at first. There he goes. The pitch to McLean, a breaking ball. Good pitch to go on, and he steals second without a throw. Stolen base for Flayton puts him in scoring position. The count is now 0-2 to McLean. Left-handed hitter at the plate. In protect mode, but anything to the right side should get the job done and advance Flayton to third base. Eisenberg's 0-2. Lifted in the air, shallow right center. Second baseman Butler is out. Few steps onto the outfield grass, he makes the catch for the first down. Well, that was on the right side of the infield, but in the air, and Flayton has to freeze. Good job by Eisenberg to get an important first out of the inning. That'll bring in Denver Blinn. Blinn batting .343. A homer, 25 runs batted in. First pitch, fastball fouled straight back to the screen. Giving you the numbers of the Brewers, keep in mind that a more full season means more representative statistics. Prior Lake, on the other hand, played only 16 league games. Here's a ground ball, fielded by the shortstop Goodwin, throws across the diamond. Nice play for out number 2. In the process, Flayton takes third base. Corey Goodwin, the shortstop, was screened a little bit by the base umpire, but was able to field the first hop. And that'll leave it to Joe Halleck, the designated hitter. Halleck batting .333, first pitch swinging, fly ball into right, long run over for Smith, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The leadoff walk is left stranded at third, and we have a scoreless first inning. On to the second in Shakopee. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the second inning in the Minnesota Baseball Association Class B state tournament. Scoreless between Prior Lake and Moorhead. A nice job by the Prior Lake pitching and defense to get out of the first inning unscathed. That was a fair ball catch made in right field by Cooper Smith running towards the line. See if Smith, batting 7th in the lineup, has a chance to take his turn at bat in the second. First up, it'll be the cleanup hitter, Jonah Hoig, the first baseman. First pitch swinging, weak chopper towards third. Charging is Adam, throws on the run, on target. 1 pitch, 1 out. Cleanup man retired. Up next is Mitch Goodwin. Left side of the infield for Prior Lake is all Goodwin. You got Mitch at third and Corey batting 9th in the order at shortstop.
Number 12, Mitch Goodwin.
First pitch, high fastball, foul tip out of the mitt of the catcher Eibach. Infield and outfield playing straight up, and just since first pitch, the wind has died down a little bit. Flag hanging limp off the pole in right center. Fouled off, the count is 0-2. If you're going to hit it out here at Joe Schlepper Stadium, you'd want to go towards center. Down each line, it's 330 feet, but to straightaway center, it's only 375. Hit hard but foul down the third base line. The batter's eye in center field, which you can see is part of the fence. It's a pretty tall fence if you're going straightaway center, but to either side is probably the most likely place to get a home run. 0-2. Off the outside edge. Good take by Goodwin. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chased a breaking ball in the dirt. Goodwin runs down to first. It'll require a throw. Eibach to Pescel for out number 2. First strikeout of the afternoon for David Ernst. 5 up, 5 down for the righty. That'll leave it to Rob Frederick.
Left fielder, number 6, Rob Frederick.
First pitch down the middle for a strike. All righties so far in Scott Giesler's Prior Lake lineup. Next pitch fouled straight back, 0-2. Prior Lake has just a 5-11 overall record, but they upset number 2 seeded Victoria to get to this point. Swing and a miss. Gone on 3 strikes is Frederick, and it's another nice and tidy 1-2-3 inning for David Ernst. On to the home half of the second. Still no score on PrepSpotlight.tv. It's wonderful to be bringing you the Minnesota Baseball Association Class B State Tournament on a beautiful summer afternoon in Shakopee, Minnesota. My name's Eric Bramer. Scoreless to the bottom of the second inning between Prior Lake and Moorhead. The Brewers left a man at third in the first inning. Couldn't take advantage of the leadoff walk. And in the second, they will send up Tanner Adam, Mike Pescel, and Brent Colpack. First pitch from Eisenberg. Knee-high called strike, 0-1. Ball and a strike now the count to the right-handed hitting Brewers third baseman. Winner of this game will go on to play Dundas, who beat Chaska by a score of 10-1 yesterday in this time slot. 2-1 now the count. High chopper over the mound. Flagged by the second baseman. Butler throws off balance and a split at first base. Hoig kept his foot on, but it's an infield single for Tanner Adam despite some great effort by Butler, the second baseman, and Hoig, the first baseman. almost bled into center field. Butler had set his feet. He might have had a little more on the throw, but that might not have been an option for him. Leadoff single. It's the first hit of the ball game for either team. Eisenberg back in the stretch, and that'll bring in Mike Pescel. Winner moves on, loser goes home here in the first 2 rounds of the state tournament. First pitch fouled back, out of play. Pescel, the first left-handed bat we've seen in either lineup. If you get into the round of 4 and you lose, there is a loser's bracket that still allows you a chance to win out, run the table. Here's a chopper towards third. Nice pickup by Goodwin. Throws to second for 1 out, to first, and not in time. But a nice play to get even 1 out. Goodwin backing up at the hot corner. Had enough on the throw to just nip Adam at second base for the fielder's choice. Scored 5-4 for the first out. Now Brent Colpack, the shortstop. Later tonight, we will have Cold Spring and Anoka. That one's set to start around 5 p.m., depending on the end of this game. First pitch misses low, ball 1. We will also have the completion of a suspended game from Friday night between St. Michael and Chanhassen. Chanhassen up in that one in the middle of the 6th inning. The 1-0. Fouled off, 1-1. Eisenberg from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch bounced in the dirt. Nice block by Keating onto second. And the throw in time. Pescel tried to read the angle and advance 90 feet, but he is thrown out for out number 2. Flayton swiped second in the first inning. This would not have been a stolen base because it was a potential wild pitch. But as it is, the base runner is erased. The 2-1 misses low, 3-1. Just a 2-4 put out. Eisenberg, one good pitch away from walking back to the dugout. Instead, it's a 5-pitch walk to Colpack. And that'll give Chandler Eibach a chance. Second free pass issued by Eisenberg. But how different does this inning look if Mitch Goodwin doesn't make a nice play at third base on the Pescel at bat, and if Pescel isn't thrown out at second base, trying to advance on what would have been a wild pitch. Eibach, the catcher, also plays a little bit of third base. Played at Concordia St. Paul. He's batting .232 with no homers and 11 runs batted in this year. First pitch. Thigh high down the middle for a strike. From the stretch, Eisenberg takes the sign. And tired of waiting, Eibach requests time. Time was called. I don't think the pickoff to first would have even counted. But a step off the bag, Colpack is chased back. Eisenberg's 0-1. There goes Colpack. The pitch is in the dirt. And it will be another stolen base without a throw. Perhaps the Brewers are seeing something either in Eisenberg or Keating behind the plate. But they've now stolen 2 bases in 2 innings without even a throw. No chance on that one. It was in the dirt. Man in scoring position with 2 down. Brewers trying to make up for lost time here. There's a strike. 1-2 the count. In the inning, a single, fielder's choice. Runner thrown out trying to advance on a pitch in the dirt. A walk and now a stolen base. Butler, the second baseman, keeping Colpack close, and here's a ground ball base hit through the hole on the left side. Rounding third, coming home is Colpack. The throw from Frederick, up the line, safe at home. And the Brewers draw first blood on a 2-out RBI single from Chandler Eibach. He takes second on the play. It's 1-0. Eisenberg was given a gift with the out on the base paths. Bases empty, 2 outs, but the walk extended the inning. The stolen base set up the Eibach single, and now here we are with another man in scoring position, and Matt Oy, the left fielder, at the plate. Oy rounds out the starting 9 for the Brewers. Leadoff man Spencer Flayton is on deck. The next from Eisenberg. Missing low and in. 2-0. Butler again, running back and forth from his spot in the field. That's fouled off the mask of the catcher Keating. He'll get a couple extra seconds to shake that off. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball left up, rolled towards short. Goodwin will have to hurry. He throws across, and the stretch at first by Hoig completes out number 3. But the Brewers with a 2-out rally strike first. An Eibach RBI single gives them a 1-0 lead heading to the third. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Now a 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Welcome back to the Minnesota Baseball Association Class B State Tournament on PrepSpotlight.tv. 1-0 Moorhead over Prior Lake as the Prior Lake Jays bat in the top half of the third inning. They're still looking for their first base runner. 6 up, 6 down for David Ernst. And Cooper Smith fouls a first pitch fastball straight back to the screen, 0-1. Bottom third of the Jays lineup due up. Smith, Keating, and Goodwin. Next from Ernst, in on the hand, soft fly ball, shallow right. Coming in McLean. Underneath it, he makes the catch. 1 down. And chance of Tommy come from the crowd as Tommy Keating, the catcher, takes his first turn at bat. First pitch, a called strike. Looked like Ernst took something off there. Jays have recent state tournament history, as here's a fly ball into center, hit deep, going back Flayton with room, still backtracking shy of the track. He makes the catch for out number 2. First really well-hit ball we've seen. Still wasn't enough with the wind blowing out. That'll leave it to Corey Goodwin. The last 2 town ball seasons, Prior Lake finished 5th in the state tournament. 5th, and falling short of qualifying for the state tournament. Their last state trip was more than a decade ago in 2009 when they finished as the runners-up. A ball, now a strike. The count is even 1-1 to Corey Goodwin. On the outside edge, a strike, 1-2. Ernst has been pumping strikes. Pitching with a lead for the first time, he hasn't let up at all. The 1-2. Check swing foul to the backstop. Different Prior Lake franchise won the state tournament in 75 and 76, but this is a different operation with the Jays. Very young team. Some form out of necessity. Comebacker to the mound. Ernst flips on to first, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for David Ernst. First trip through the order complete. It's a 1-0 Moorhead lead over Prior Lake as we head to the bottom of the third on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Moorhead over Prior Lake. Top of the order due up for the Brewers, Flayton, McLean, and Blinn against Ben Eisenberg. Eisenberg allowed 2 hits and a run in the second inning, but I'm sure a bit frustrating for him the way that run scored. Leadoff single was followed by a nice defensive play by his infield, getting an out for a fielder's choice. Another runner at first was thrown out trying to go to second on a pitch in the dirt. With the bases empty and 2 down, he allowed a walk to Brent Colpack to allow the inning to continue. Colpack stole second and came home on a Chandler Eibach RBI single. That is right now the only run of the ball game. Spencer Flayton drew a 4-pitch walk in his leadoff spot to begin the bottom of the first. He'll start the third here, staring at a breaking ball for a called strike. Outside edge, same pitch. He gets the call, and the count is 0-2. One and 2 now the count. Talking about how young this Prior Lake team is. 8 guys on this team were 2020 graduates, and there's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Steady diet of breaking pitches from Eisenberg, and he gets his first strikeout of the game and the first out of the third inning.
Batting next for Moorhead, the right fielder, number 16, Jace McLean.
That'll bring in Jace McLean, left-handed hitting right fielder. First pitch fastball misses high, ball 1. Brewers have a color scheme that calls to mind the 1970s, 80s era Philadelphia Phillies. The powder blue and the burgundy red. 2-0 in the count. But their logo, and their nickname for that matter, borrows from the Milwaukee Brewers of the same vintage. Down the middle for a strike, even though McLean backed away. It's the ball and glove MB that the Brewers have recently brought back as a full-time logo in Major League Baseball. Lifted foul, third base side, long run over for Goodwin, but he runs out of room. One skip into the parking lot. Over in Wisconsin, that MB means the Milwaukee Brewers, but here in Minnesota, at least in Moorhead, it's the Moorhead Brewers. 2-2 from Eisenberg. McLean stares at a breaking ball down and in. Count runs full with Denver Blinn on deck. Eisenberg rocks and fires. Payoff pitch, lifted in the air, center field. Gordon underneath it, staring into the high sky, has some trouble, but backtracks at the last moment and makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring in Denver Blinn, who grounded to short his first time up. Blinn hit it hard, and the shortstop Goodwin was screened momentarily by the base umpire, but he was able to make the play on a hard one-hop smash. Way out in front, he fights off the first pitch foul, 0-1. The next from Eisenberg. Fastball down and in. Cracked foul, first base side. Hoig over into the shade. And it's in the second row of the seats down there. Looks like very comfortable lawn chairs down the first base line. In the shade of a couple large trees. In fact, one of those trees might actually extend into the field of play by a few feet. (0-2) from Eisenberg to Blinn. Missing wide, 1-2 the count. Eisenberg trying to finish off his first 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon. And the pitch, fought off foul again. Another 1-2, this time a swing and a miss. Leads to strike 3. Eisenberg with a pair of strikeouts in a 1-2-3 frame. We head to the fourth, still 1-0 Moorhead on PrepSpotlight.tv. Moving along quickly here at Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee. 1-0 Moorhead leading Prior Lake in the Minnesota Baseball Association Class B state tournament, heading to the top of the fourth inning.
Voice of the Gopher basketball, baseball, and football teams, Dick Jankowski. Dick is a national treasure here in Minnesota, and he has a book out called It's All About Me.
In the fourth, it'll be Gordon, Butler, and Loftus for the Jays. David Ernst 9 up, 9 down so far with 2 strikeouts and really only 1 hard hit ball. First pitch down the middle for a strike. We got started at 2:09. Not more than a half hour later, we're already in the fourth inning. It helps when Ernst is pumping strikes like he is. Quickly ahead 0-2 to the Jays leadoff man who flied to left his first time up. 0-2 pitch, check swing up and away. On appeal, he held, and the count is 1-2. Next pitch lifted in the air, shallow left center. Three fielders converge, and it's the center fielder, Flayton, who makes a diving catch. Losing his balance at the last moment, but hanging on for out number one in the fourth inning. Nice play by Flayton, charging in from center field. Ultimately, I think it was only Flayton who could have made the play, but he called off Oy in left and Colpack, the shortstop, just in time to have a clear diving lane. Here's Jeff Butler. Tied in knots on a high fastball, 0-1. Next pitch, inside, almost brushed the jersey. Count is even, a ball and a strike. Ernst delivers, lifted foul, and out of play. Wonderful baseball, softball complex here in Shakopee. Joe Schlepper Stadium, the crown jewel, but a couple of side fields I'm sure get a lot of use under normal circumstances. There's a comebacker, knocked down by Ernst, recovers, throws high to first, and the ball goes into foul territory. Butler on his way to second. It's the first base runner of the game for the Jays. Perhaps not a base hit, but Prior Lake has a threat thanks to Ernst's errant throw. We'll see what goes up on the video board, or the scoreboard rather, in right center field. No hits, but there is an error, so we'll consider that to be a two-base throwing error on the pitcher, David Ernst. Knocked it down. It trickled down the back slope of the mound, and you wonder if perhaps some uneven footing, throwing from the slope of the mound, led to the errant throw. First pitch is a strike to Joe Loftus, who grounded out to third his first time up. Without the benefit of a hit, the Jays have a threat, a man in scoring position with one down. Heart of the order coming up. Here's a chopper, left side, and it bleeds through. It's a base hit. Butler checks in at third. He'll be held. There's the first hit of the game for the Jays, and now runners at the corners for the cleanup batter, Jonah Hoy. Hoy grounded out to third his first time up. Brewers will take one of those right now. Infield at double play depth, hoping for a double play. Butler at third, Loftus at first. First pitch to Hoig, misses upstairs, ball one. Butler, healthy leadoff third. Pitch to Hoig, outside corner for a strike. Count is even 1-1. Pitch coming from Ernst to Hoig. Lifted foul, out of play, first base side. Ernst has a pair of strikeouts. He'd love one here. The 1-2 to the Jays cleanup hitter. Hoig lifts it foul again. Well out of play. Up against the fence of a softball field down the right field line. Hoig hanging tough. The Ernst pitch, breaking ball low and away. Good take by Hoig, and also a nice block by Eibach. Potential tying runner just 90 feet away and keeping a close eye on any pitches in the dirt. Two-two. Swing and a miss. Pitches in the dirt, but with first base occupied. That's out number 2. Ernst does get his strikeout. 2 down, and that'll leave it to Mitch Goodwin.
Batting for Prior Lake, the third baseman, number 12, Mitch Goodwin.
Goodwin was a strikeout victim his first time up. He chased a pitch in the dirt. Jays trying to take advantage of the error. First pitch from Ernst, misses upstairs, ball 1. One-0 from Ernst to Goodwin. Outside edge for a strike, 1-1. Mention this in the context of Moorhead's run scored in the second inning, how different it would look if the defense hadn't made plays behind Eisenberg. This inning began with a diving catch in shallow left center. Here's a line drive, fair down the third base line. It'll tie the ball game as Butler comes home. Loftus on his way to third, picked up in the corner by Oy. He gets it back. It's an RBI double for Mitch Goodwin and a tie ball game, 1-1 in the fourth. Great piece of 2-out hitting by the Prior Lake third baseman. Now Rob Frederick with a chance to give Prior Lake their first lead of the ball game. 2 men in scoring position. That'll be an unearned run. Not that it's any consolation to Ernst, the pitcher, who made the error in the first place. First pitch. Letter high, inside corner for a strike. Hits are now even at 2 apiece. Both runs in the ball game have scored with 2 outs. The 0-1, low and away. Nice job by Eibach to keep that ball in front of him. Not the most artful block, but aesthetics don't really matter at this point. Ernst steps off and back on. He's encountered trouble for the first time this afternoon here in the fourth. 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Hitters count to Frederick. Here's the pitch. Lifted foul off the end of the bat, 2-2. Long look in for Ernst. The 2-2 coming to Rob Frederick. Upstairs, had the plate but not the height. Full count with first base open and Cooper Smith on deck. Loftus at third, Goodwin at second. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, but it gets through the catcher. Here comes Loftus to the plate. He scores! Prior Lake takes a 2-1 lead on a strikeout that would have been the third out of the inning. A lot of room behind home plate here at the Joe. No slide from Loftus coming home, and with a head full of steam, he just barreled his way through. Trail runner Goodwin also takes third base, and Frederick, scampering down to first, extends the inning via strikeout. Here's Cooper Smith. First pitch, a strike. Smith flied out to right his first time up. Ernst delivers. There goes Frederick. Pitch is lifted in the air to right. Routine should be playable, and McLean squeezes it for out number 3. But Prior Lake finally breaks the ice against David Ernst. They get their first base runner, then their first hit, and before long, a pair of runs to take a 2-1 lead to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Some timely hitting for the Prior Lake Jays have them in front 2-1 over the Moorhead Brewers, heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. Moorhead will try and answer, sending up 4, 5, and 6 in their order: Halleck, Adam, and Pescel. Chance for Ben Eisenberg to wipe the slate clean. Coming off his first 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon. Eisenberg and his catcher Keating communicating with the umpire close by. First pitch fought off foul. Apologize for the incorrect scoreboard. It is a 2-1 game. Sometimes the one-man band can get a little overwhelmed up here. 0-1 coming. Swing and a miss. Halleck chased a breaking ball down and away. In the driver's seat, Eisenberg ahead 0-2. Takes the sign, and from the line delivers. Chopped foul, third base side. Eisenberg has 2 strikeouts. They both came in the 3rd inning. You wonder if a young guy just needed a little bit of time to settle into his rhythm here in a big game such as this. Breaking ball low, 1-2. Walked the first batter of the ballgame on 4 pitches. Then a walk led to a run in the second, but he has now retired 4 straight batters, looking for number 5 here. Chopper in the hole. Nice pickup by the shortstop Goodwin. Long throw across, not in time. Throw on a hop. Caught nicely by Hoig, but Halleck hustling down the line beats the throw. A leadoff infield single for the Brewers DH. That'll bring in Tanner Adam, the third baseman. He singled his first time up. It was the first hit of the ball game for either team. First pitch lifted in the air down the right field line. Long run over for Smith, and he runs out of room. A lot of foul territory here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. It came into play in the top half of the inning with all the ground behind home plate. The strikeout wild pitch with 2 outs brought home the run that right now is the difference in the ball game for the Jays. Oh, 1. Misses upstairs, off-speed pitch. Winner of this game will play next Saturday at 7 p.m. against Dundas. 1-1, high fastball fouled straight back. 1-2. Dundas defeated Chaska by a score of 10-1 yesterday afternoon. Then later tonight, scheduled for 5 p.m., it'll be Cold Spring against Anoka. Springers and the Bucks, with the winner of that game going on to face Elko, who beat the other Moorhead team, the Mudcats, 7-6. There's a pitch that gets away from the catcher Keating, and scampering on down to second is Halleck. Tying run now in scoring position. Be very important for Eisenberg to retain the lead that his offense gave him just a half inning ago. Adam at the plate with a 2-2 count. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Adam doesn't agree, but it's out number 1 in the 4th, strikeout number 3 on the afternoon for Eisenberg. Up next, Mike Pescel.
Batting next for Moorhead, the shortstop, number 25, Brent Colpack.
This is Mike Pescel, despite what the public address announcer will lead you to believe. First pitch swinging, the left-handed hitting first baseman. 0-1. And now he got it right. Looked like they were just off a batter to our left. Pescel robbed of a base hit. Hot smash to third his first time up. Turned into a fielder's choice, but he hustled down the line and prevented a double play. The pitch to Pescel. Down and in, 1-1. Eisenberg with a look towards second, and the pitch to the plate, low in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Eisenberg comes set. Staring down Halleck, pitch to the plate. Skipped off the mound towards short. Goodwin fields and throws for out number 2, with Halleck taking third base in the process. That'll leave it to Brent Colpack. Colpack, one of the big turning points in the ball game, drew a walk with 2 outs after Pescel made an out on the base paths. The walk was followed by a stolen base and then an RBI single, materializing a 2-out rally out of thin air. There's a foul ball catch made by Hoig in the shade of the tree down the first base line. He was on the warning track, made the grab just before crashing into the fence. And that does it for the Brewers in the 4th. On to the 5th. It's 2-1 Prior Lake on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the fifth inning at Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee. 2-1 Prior Lake over Moorhead in the Minnesota Baseball Association Class B state tournament. My name's Eric Bramer. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, all weekend and really all month, as we have complete coverage of the state tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. First pitch to Tommy Keating is fouled off. Prior Lake sending up 8, 9, and 1 in their order against David Ernst, who will try and recapture the magic of his perfect first 3 innings and try and put the 4th inning, in which he allowed a pair of runs, behind him. There's a strike, and the count is 0-2. Prior Lake crowd doesn't like that one. Both runs against Ernst are unearned, as there's a breaking ball in the dirt. Keating chases for an opening strikeout. Strikeout number 4 and out number 1 here in the 5th. Corey Goodwin bats next. Gave you the superlative numbers for Ernst. A sub-1 ERA. But the only reason the runs were unearned was because Ernst himself made a throwing error that kick-started the 2-run rally an inning ago. 1-0 the count to Goodwin, who hit a comebacker to Ernst his first time up. He takes upstairs 2-0. Inside, 3-0 to the 9th place hitter. Leadoff man Austin Gordon is on deck. And I'll correct myself, that was the 5th strikeout for Ernst, not the 4th. Neglected to count the Frederick strikeout wild pitch. 3-0 strike zone, claims another victim, as Goodwin was on his way to first base. Instead, the count is 3-1. Ernst winds and delivers. Up and in, a 5-pitch walk. First free pass issued by Ernst. And it breaks one of those cardinal sins of baseball, never walk the 9th place hitter. We'll see if the Jays can make something of it with Gordon stepping in. Gordon has made it to the outfield twice, a fly to left in the 1st and a fly to center in the 4th. The fly to center in the 4th was a really nice play made by Flayton, the center fielder, in shallow left center. He drops down a bunt. It's right back to the pitcher. Ernst goes to second and gets the lead runner. Nice play, perhaps audibly aided by his catcher, Eibach, who told him to throw to second. Goodwin forced out. It's an unsuccessful sacrifice. Instead, a fielder's choice for Gordon. 2 down for Jeff Butler. Butler 0 for 2, but he was at the plate for the Ernst error. Comebacker that glanced off the bottom of Ernst's glove, rolled to the back slope of the mound, and Ernst had plenty of time but threw high to first base. It was the first base runner for Prior Lake, and they turned it into the tying run. Ball 1 misses. Ernst delivers. Knee-high strike. 1-1 the count. One coming. Hammered foul just shy of the first base dugout. 1-2. Long drive down for Moorhead and their fans. This being a 2 o'clock game, you wonder if they might have been able to do it all in one day. This is the first game of today's slot. Well, then they'd have to stay over somewhere here in the metro area. Maybe they did anyway. 1-2, lifted foul, out of play. Travel is just a fact of life for Moorhead baseball teams. But this year, playing many of their games in the relatively restriction-free North Dakota, they had teams clamoring to come up and visit them. 1-2, runner goes, lined into center field, Flayton over, he's got it measured, and now he has a chance, that was out number 3, so that does it for the inning. So Butler lines out, and the walk is left aboard. Halfway home in this 9-inning game, Prior Lake leads it by a score of 2-1 on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Now he cracks one hard to left field. A 2-run home run. Dead center field.
And the pitch. Grounded towards the right side and past the diving first baseman. Coming up throwing is the right fielder. There will be a play at the plate, and he is safe. He gets underneath the tag. One in the second, and another one. How about that? The trifecta of home runs as Davis hammers it out.
Ready for the fly ball. Pretty well hit the left field. Bulow going back for it. Still going, and it is off the wall. Or the fence, I should say. Knight around third, throw to the plate, and it would have got him, but Granger could not hang on.
Runner Janky. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep away back. Miller to the fence. His second home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
Welcome back to Joe Schlepper Stadium in beautiful Shakopee, Minnesota, and the Minnesota Baseball Association Class B State Tournament. I'm Eric Bramer. It's a 2-1 Prior Lake lead over Moorhead as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Moorhead scored the first run of the game, lone run in the second. Prior Lake came back with a pair in the 4th. That's where we stand as the Brewers send up 8, 9, and 1 in their order to face Ben Eisenberg. Chandler Eibach drove in the only Brewers run so far with a 2-out RBI single back in the second. First pitch fouled back to the screen. Eibach with some experience at Concordia St. Paul under his belt. A bluff of a bunt, no strike called, and then a throw back to the mound gets into second base. Comedy of errors there as the crowd didn't like the strike call or the ball call. Missing wide 2-1. Two-one pitch fouled straight back, 2-2. Looking up and down the Brewers roster, I'd say that a good 2/3 of the players call North Dakota home. Most of them from West Fargo, Valley City, Wahpeton, border towns. 2-2. Fouled straight back. Two-two pitch from Eisenberg to Eibach. Fouled off, third base side. This Brewers team has the same core group as the last several years. Good mix of young and old. Perennial state tournament contender after moving up to Class B in 2011. They've played on Labor Day every year since 2014. Made it to state every year except 2012. That was during the 3-year period when there was a different tournament structure. 2-2. off the end of the bat, might have broken the bat. Soft one hopper deep in the hole. Shortstop Goodwin throws across, offline, and not in time either. Likely an infield single for Chandler Eibach. Long at bat pays off, and the bat dies a hero. Eibach now has 2 of his team's 4 hits. Moorhead has out-hit Prior Lake 4-2. Here's Matt Oy. Oy grounded to short his first time up. That ended the second inning. We've seen the Brewers steal 2 bases. First pitch, and it kicks away from Keating. He can't find it, and that won't be a stolen base, but the result is the same. Eibach 90 more feet on what will likely be a passed ball. I mean, the pitch was a strike, so it wasn't in the dirt. Tying run now standing at second base. Oh, 1. That one is a wild pitch. It bounces off a shin guard and high in the air, tangled in the legs of the home plate umpire. Another 90 feet, and Eibach now at third base, 90 feet away from tying this game. Pass ball followed by a wild pitch. And now does the infield come in? Nobody out. And evidently the Prior Lake infield is not going to go in. Corners even, but middle infield playing back. A 1-1 pitch. There's a strike on the outer half. Knee high in a good spot. Missing wide. That glances off the glove of Keating. Eibach thought about going, but stays put. And with nobody out, that's probably the smart call. But Keating having some trouble here. Mentioned that it's a very warm day. At first pitch, a temperature in the high 80s. And a heat index of 93. If anything, it's gotten warmer. And the visiting team is wearing black jerseys. 2-2. Oy fouls straight back. Eisenberg could use a strikeout. He has 3 so far on the afternoon. 2-2 coming to Matt Oy. Breaking ball, fouled off the catcher. Almost got a swing and a miss, but I'm not sure that's where Eisenberg wants to put the breaking ball. Looked like it was a little bit too high up. High enough where it might have been a called strike. Prior Lake corners are creeping in with the pitch. Another 2-2 coming to Oy. In the dirt, and that time Keating is able to keep it in front of him. 3-2. First base is open. Leadoff man Spencer Flayton is on deck. Payoff pitch. Oy with a line drive, base hit to right field. Eibach comes home to score the tying run, and Matt Oy delivers an RBI single. It's now 2 apiece in the 5th inning. Pair of singles start the 5th inning. The 2 base hits were separated by a lot of pitches in the dirt. And now Eisenberg will receive some counsel from his manager and the rest of the infield. Talking things over. Don't see anyone warming up in the bullpen area. You get here to the state tournament, you like to ride your horse as long as you can. Scott Giesler, the manager, in his 4th year at the helm of this club. Had a chance to talk with the co-head coach, co-manager, and general manager. The titles are a bit nebulous here in town team ball, but Tex Chapman. And the other day, Chapman was discussing how in this year that has been so peculiar for everybody, inside and outside the game of baseball, this team might just be hitting their stride right now. First pitch fouled back by Spencer Flayton. He's yet to put the ball in play with a walk in the first and a strikeout in the third. Moorhead, by virtue of playing in North Dakota, has 10 more games under their belt than this relatively young Prior Lake squad. Pitch misses low, 1-1. And then just in terms of roster construction, I mean, these are by definition amateur players who have jobs. Many of them have been affected by COVID-19. Knee-high strike, and the count is 1-2. And even those who have not been impacted certainly are well within their rights to not feel comfortable playing a sport this summer. Baseball is outdoors and for the most part socially distanced, but it is a risk. 1-2 coming. Down and in, 2-2. Eisenberg again with 2 strikes, this time trying to finish the job. High breaking ball, slipped foul. And Flayton, not his A swing, but got enough on it to fight it off and keep the at-bat alive. Brewers have tied this game 2-2 here in the 5th. There goes the runner. Pitch in on the hands, fouled off, out of play. Boy with a long walk back to first. We zipped through the first 3 innings. Things have slowed down considerably here in the 4th and 5th. Next game scheduled to start at 5 o'clock. We'll see if we're still on target for that or if it gets bumped back. 2-2 misses low. The count runs full. Jace McLean on deck. And now for the first time we see some action in the Prior Lake pen. That's an inset in the warning track down the left field line. There goes the runner. 3-2 is low, ball 4. Pair of singles and a walk to start the inning. Go-ahead runner is now in scoring position. And now Jace McLean, batting second in the Brewers' order, looking for his first hit of the day. Eisenberg comes set, a look towards second and the pitch to the plate. Missing low and away, 1-0. Some fans unhappy with that non-call from John Festa behind home plate. But Eisenberg, at least in this inning, hasn't shown great command of the strike zone. 1-0. Lifted in the air, left field, shallow. Shortstop Goodwin is out. Frederick, left fielder, is in. And it's the shortstop. No indication of an infield fly. And with the breeze blowing a bit, I suppose it wasn't an automatic catch. But Goodwin does make the play for an important first out. That'll bring in Denver Blinn. Blinn 0 for 2, a grounder to short, and a strikeout so far. First pitch, lifted foul down the right field line and out of play. Eisenberg laboring here in the fifth. He's had only one 1-2-3 inning. Second baseman Butler dancing to and from, and there's another pitch that gets by the catcher Keating. Both runners advance. A turnaround third. Oy will hold. Importantly, the double play is no longer in order, at least not the conventional double play. And Prior Lake will again be faced with the choice whether or not to bring the infield in. I'll mark that down as a wild pitch. Keating has really been tested in this inning especially. 1-1 to Blinn. Two men now in scoring position. Fastball up, and the count is 2-1. You can see the infielders. They're certainly not playing in. They might be in a couple steps, but not all the way in. 2-1. In on the hands, popped up foul. Headed back our way, and out of play. Two and two the count. Eisenberg trying to dig deep. Perhaps complete this fifth inning with the game still tied. From the wind, he rocks and fires. In on the hands again. Credit to Eisenberg for not being afraid to throw inside to these hitters. Seen a lot of contact in near the handle of the bat. While he would certainly like more swings and misses, hard contact has been few and far between. Another 2-2 from Eisenberg to Denver Blinn. Line drive, base hit left field. Coming home from third is Oy. Flayton checks in at third. It's the third hit of the inning, and the Brewers retake the lead, 3-2 in the fifth. And that's going to be the end of the day for Ben Eisenberg. You can tell he's deflated on the mound, shaking his head side to side as he was just unable to get through 5 innings. We'll have a Prior Lake pitching change. Back after this, 3-2 Moorhead in the fifth on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Now a 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Fans, remember, you can follow Minnesota Prep Spotlight on social media. On Facebook, it's at MN Prep Spotlight, and on Twitter, at MN Prep Spotlight. It's going to be an interesting high school season. Fall into winter and spring, it's all going to bleed together. And Minnesota Prep Spotlight will be there for you every step of the way to bring you live sports action at a time when that can sometimes be a bit scarce. So at MN Prep Spotlight, we'll have all your prep sports updates. And if you are interested, as we presume you are, in town ball baseball, well, we'll have coverage of the entire tournament on those channels as well. 3-2 our score. Moorhead Brewers have retaken the lead over the Prior Lake Jays here in the 5th inning. New pitcher in the game for Prior Lake is T.J. Larson. Larson, a veteran, called upon with men at first and third and one down. Cleanup hitter Joe Halleck at the plate. Runner goes first pitch, and it hits Halleck. So Halleck will take his base, and one pitch in, the bases are loaded for Tanner Adam. Little on T.J. Larson, he recently had his first daughter back with the team, and obviously family comes first, but he has not been able to play a full season for the Jays. Pitched in 2 championship games at Mankato in college. So he is a big game pitcher if there ever was one. First pitch a strike to Tanner Adam, already the 7th man to bat in the inning, only one down. Next pitch off the end of the bat, lifted behind first, long run back for Hoig, and he can't get there in time. Foul ball, 0-2. Eisenberg, right now the pitcher of record, in danger of taking the loss. He goes 4 1/3 innings, 3 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He's responsible for Flayton at third and Blinn at second, with Halleck, Larson's runner, now at first. The 0-2 to Tanner Adam. Low and away. Inning began with a pair of singles. In between those 2 base hits, a pass ball and a wild pitch. Eisenberg, you could tell, was just running out of steam a little bit. 1-2. Breaking ball upstairs, 2-2. Don't want to go full. Not with the bases already loaded. The 2-2 pitch from Larson to Adam. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Now breaking for the plate is Flayton. Here he comes, and he's safe. Prior Lake can't believe it, and Larson has been ejected from the game. Time was never called, and he is out. Blinn tried to scamper home all the way from second. What a wild turn of events. 3 outs in the inning, and the inning is over, but Larson has been ejected, and on the throw back to the pitcher, Flayton comes in for a huge insurance run. It's 4-2. After the called strike 3, Flayton with a heads-up play scampered home, getting in just ahead of the throw. The umpires will have a lot to sort out here. Prior Lake has to find a new bulk pitcher for the remainder of this game. And we'll send it to break and try and get it all sorted out up here. It's 4-2 going to the 6th on PrepSpotlight.tv. Well, we think we're a little closer to sorting out what happened in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The score is 4-2 Moorhead. With one down and the bases loaded, there was a called strike 3 to Tanner Adam, a right-handed batter. And keep that in mind as we go through all this. Spencer Flayton, on the throw back to the pitcher, scampered home and got in just ahead of the throw. The call was safe by home plate umpire John Festa. That sparked an outcry from the Prior Lake dugout, fans, and the pitcher TJ Larson. Now, Larson was quickly ejected from the ball game, and you might think that's a quick hook, but we will never know what was said to John Festa, the home plate umpire. We'll leave that to your determination. But also importantly, time was never called. So also coming home after a few seconds of arguing was the runner from second base. That was Denver Blinn. He got credit for a steal of third, but in coming home was tagged out by the catcher Keating. From up here, it looked like the correct call was made twice, but if I'm TJ Larson, I think the reason I'm upset is that the batter in the right-handed batter's box never vacated and thus blocked a proper tag. Now, TJ Larson has been ejected and he's still barking. He has not yet left the field. This is a state tournament game. Tensions run high. But the fact remains that Prior Lake is without TJ Larson, who I'm sure was planned to go the back half of this ball game. So he gets only 2/3 of an inning. They'll have to find someone else and quickly warm him up as Prior Lake bats in the top half of the 6th, now trailing by a score of 4-2. So in total, in the bottom of the 5th inning, 3 runs on 3 hits. Only one man left aboard. And that's the type of play that you don't forget for a while. And I'll be curious to look back, as you might be as well, look back at the replay once that gets posted somewhere online. Prep Spotlight on the social media channels might end up having it. But, my goodness. TJ Larson has been ejected from the game. Now Prior Lake needs to find a new pitcher. And Scott Giesler, the manager, who we believe has not been ejected, he's talking with the home plate umpire John Festa, trying to figure out where to go from here. Prior Lake still steam. They might be throughout the end of the game and however long it takes to drive home. But as the song playing right now over the loudspeaker says, the show goes on. We still got 4 innings to play. It's still a close game, 4-2 Moorhead. And David Ernst is back out there, handed his second lead of the afternoon. Well. Things were already interesting. Now, some points of contention have raised the level of emotion. It'll be the heart of the order due up for Prior Lake. Joe Loftus, Jonah Hoig, and Mitch Goodwin. The book is closed on Ben Eisenberg. That final run that scored is his, so 4 runs on 6 hits in 4 1/3 innings, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts for the young righty. There's a level of confusion down at field level that's matched up here in the broadcast area. I don't have any extra ears or eyes up here, so we believe we've described everything that happened as best we can. And play resumes in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging is Joe Loftus. High fly, foul, down the right field line. And the second baseman, Blinn, makes a diving catch. Oh my, what a play by Blinn. Sprawling, sliding on the edge of the warning track for the first out of the 6th inning. Up next, Jonah Hoig. Hoig 0 for 2, he takes a strike. Now, I did not umpire at a high level like this, and I'm not even sure if there is a protocol to immediately call time when something like that happens. Usually you don't see any action when the ball is being thrown back to the pitcher anyway. But once the runner from third came home to score, and the argument ensued, off the end of the bat, foul 1 and 2, neither umpire called time. John Festa at the plate or Ken Lehner on the bases. That, frankly, played to Prior Lake's advantage. They were ready for the second surprise and got out number 3 on the runner trying to score from second base. But there will be a lot of questions and not many answers, at least not immediately, in the aftermath of that strange play. High and tight fastball turns away Hoig. The count runs full with Mitch Goodwin on deck. Lifted foul and out of play. Payoff pitch, lifted foul again. This time, Eibach back for a look, but he runs out of room. 2 runs on 2 hits for Prior Lake. All their action came in the 4th. Both runs unearned because of an Ernst error. Ernst so far 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Handed his biggest lead so far today, but he issues a 1-out walk to the cleanup batter, and that'll bring in Mitch Goodwin. Goodwin ripped a double down the third base line his last time up. That scored the first run of the game for the Jays. Got as far as third base before being stranded. Drops down a bunt, hard and foul. Might have been higher and tighter a pitch than he was hoping for. Trailing by 2, you wouldn't think that's a sacrifice. Probably trying to bunt for a hit there. Oh-1 from Ernst to Goodwin. Low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside corner, fastball for a strike, and the count is 1 and 2. Because of the lag time between games in the state tournament, one good pitcher can really go a long way. Ernst appears to be that guy for the Brewers. They'll try and keep the pitch count manageable. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Every Prior Lake batter's antenna has now gone up after the contentious play at the plate a half inning ago. Fouled straight back. These umpires have a tough job, especially in the conditions as they are today. Feels like mid-90s, not much of a breeze. Imagine that those games are doled out to the umpires in multi-game blocks. So you're not signing up for just one 9-inning game. You've probably got at least two. 2-2. Upstairs, count runs full. No walks through the first 4 innings for Ernst, but a walk in the 5th, a walk a batter ago to Hoig, and now a full count to Goodwin. I wonder if Ernst is beginning to lose a bit of steam. Payoff pitch, missing inside. Close pitch, Ernst thought he had it, but he missed his spot, and he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. Back-to-back free passes. That puts the tying run on base for Rob Frederick. Frederick 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Struck out with a couple men on in the 4th inning. In fact, 2 men in scoring position. But the pitch was in the dirt. Got by the catcher Eibach. It scored a run and allowed the inning to continue. At the time, it gave Prior Lake a 2-1 lead. First pitch is a strike. Ernst delivers, low and away, 1-1 the count. It's been small ball for both teams, only 1 extra base hit. That was the Goodwin double back in the 4th. 1-1, on the ground toward short, maybe a pair. Colpack to Blinn, on to first, a double play, 6-4-3 to end the top of the 6th inning. Pair of walks do no damage. Through 5.5, it's a 4-2 Moorhead lead over Prior Lake on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Runner Janke. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep away back. Miller to the fence. It's gone! A 2-run bomb wins it. Ethan Rowe, a 2-run shot. And the St. Anthony Hogs defeat the Minneapolis Angels 7-5 in walk-off fashion. His 2nd home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
What you saw there was an Ethan Rowe walk-off home run for the St. Anthony Hogs back in round 1. We've got a good one here. 4-2 Moorhead over Prior Lake going to the bottom of the 6th inning. TJ Larson, I'm sure, was expected to go several innings, if not complete the ball game, on the Prior Lake pitching mound. Instead, he is ejected, and we see Jimmy Larson taking over, trying to keep this a 4-2 ball game. Book is closed on TJ Larson, 2/3 of an inning. No balls were put in play against him. He faced 2 batters, hit 1, struck out 1. The contentious play at the plate with the safe call was followed after an argument by the out call that ended the inning. At that point, TJ Larson had been ejected from the ball game. And I guess, thank goodness, Larson didn't have the ball in his glove, because I believe once you are ejected from the game, you can no longer take part in the action. You would be then committing interference if you dropped a tag down on somebody. So again, that's another play that everyone would like to see again, and we expect that perhaps Spotlight will clip that one, and it'll be shared around both the Moorhead and Prior Lake social media spheres in the next day or two. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Brewers in the 6th inning. Pescel, Colpack, and Ibach against Jimmy Larson. Mike Pescel 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and grounded to short. First pitch, chopped just foul down the third base line. Would have gone for extra bases. Mitch Goodwin playing a bit off the line at third base. Pitch fouled to the plate. The count is 0-2. Generally in broadcasting, you don't bring up questions you can't answer yourself, but I am unsure how strict the ejection rules are in the Minnesota Baseball Association. Namely, can TJ Larson continue to observe this game, provided he isn't on the field of play or in the dugout? Fought off foul, the count remains 0-2. Looking around for his number 17, and I don't see it in the immediate area, but I guess that's him doing his job if he wants to continue and watch this important game. Another 0-2 foul. Winner goes on, loser goes home in the first 2 rounds of this tournament. Bounced at the plate. Nobody on, no matter. Keating can't find it, but now he does, and he gets it back to the pitcher. One-two from Larson. Pescel swings and misses, opening strikeout here in the 6th inning. Both teams could probably use some quick innings. Remarked on the speed of the first 3 innings. Things have slowed down a lot since then. And I'm going to be here all day. I don't mind at all. But you have to imagine that the players in the sunlight on the field want to limit their exposure and stay in as fresh as they can until the 9th inning comes to a close. Breaking ball misfire and a hit by pitch. Looked like it got Brent Colpack on the left oblique area. He will gingerly make his way down to first base. That's a base runner, and Chandler Ibach will try and take advantage of it. Ibach's been one of the offensive stars for the Brewers. 2 for 2 with an RBI single in the 2nd and a single and a run scored in the 5th. He's also called a good game behind home plate as the catcher, allowing only 2 unearned runs on 2 hits through the first 6 innings. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Pickoff throw. Back safely with a dive is Colpack. And again, a pickoff throw. Brewers do have 4 stolen bases, counting the 2 on the delayed steal after strike 3 back in the 5th. There goes Colpack. Back pick to first as Colpack reverses course and gets back safely. Throw was low from Keating, and Hoig, the first baseman, was able to get a glove on it. Nice play at first. 0-2 the count. Outside, and another back pick. Doesn't require a dive, but Colpack is kept on his toes there. It looks like Colpack is wearing that mitten on his left hand. We've seen that in the major league ranks these last couple years. Prolific base stealers protecting their fingers. Colpack stays put, but the pitch goes to the backstop, and he'll get second base anyway. Rounding second, thinks about third, but stays there. So another wild pitch from a different pitcher. It's been a chronic issue for the Prior Lake staff all afternoon. Jimmy Larson talks it over with Keating. With man at second base, they might be talking about multiple signs and indicators to prevent sign stealing. Larson looking in. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. High fastball got him to chase. Second strikeout of the inning and out number 2. That'll leave it to Matt Oy, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single his last time up. The wind direction has shifted a bit since first pitch. It was blowing out to center now. Judging by the American flagpole in right center, it's blowing right to left across the outfield. Good to have a little airflow for comfort and safety in this strange summer. Pitch glances off the glove of the catcher Keating, and another free 90. That should be a passed ball on the catcher. Wild pitch, now a passed ball. Colpack is at third with a 1-0 count to Matt Oy. Larson sets the 1-0. Down the middle for a strike. Colpack even there took a few hard steps from third base, with Keating fighting fatigue or some movement on the pitches. I figure the catcher might have his hands full and might be experiencing a bit of tunnel vision here. 2-1 the count. It got them a run an inning ago. The go-ahead run scored on the Blinn single, and then a huge insurance run on the steal of home. On the outside corner, 2-2. Oy doesn't like it. Larson's pitch to the plate. Well in front of the plate, almost in the grass. But it's knocked down by Keating. The count runs full. Leadoff man Spencer Flayton is on deck. First 2 outs in the inning came on strikeouts, both of them swinging. 3-2, outside, ball 4. Oy draws a free pass. No hits in the inning, in fact, no contact. But a hit by pitch and now a walk have runners at the corners for Spencer Flayton. Flayton, if you're sensing a theme, has not put the ball in play either. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a pair of walks, and a run scored on that audacious steal of home. First pitch, lifted in the air, right field. Coming on is Smith. Towards the line, he makes the catch. Fair ball catch for out number 3, and that does it for the Brewers in the 6th inning. They strand a pair onto the 7th. It's 4-2 Moorhead on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the 7th inning, 4-2 Moorhead over Prior Lake at Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee. This is the Minnesota Baseball Association Class B State Tournament. And if you like what you see and you have not yet seen Town Ball Uniquely Minnesota, first pitch popped up, first base side foul territory. Pescel is over, and he makes the catch. One pitch. Cooper Smith is retired. Be sure to visit townballmn.com and revisit the 2019 Emmy Award-nominated series, Town Ball Uniquely Minnesota, an 8-part series that looks at the very essence of the Minnesota amateur baseball scene. Log on to townballmn.com to download your favorite episode or the entire series. Tommy Keating bats next. David Ernst still out there for the Brewers, going strong besides the 2 unearned runs that were his own responsibility in the 4th inning. He's been nearly perfect. In fact, no hits allowed outside of the 2 in that 4th inning. 0-1 to Keating, 0 for 2 on the day. Swinging a foul tip, the count is 0-2. Just off the outside edge, Eibach held it, but didn't get the call. 1-2 the count. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Opening foul out, then the strikeout, and quickly 2 down for David Ernst. That is strikeout number 6, but his first since getting Keating back in the 5th. That'll leave it to Corey Goodwin. Comebacker to the mound and a walk so far on the afternoon for the shortstop. First pitch driven in the air, deep left center field. Back towards the gap is Oy, and he makes the catch shy of the track. Some hard contact there, but it's a 1-2-3 top of the 7th inning, and it's stretch time in Shakopee. Moorhead up by a score of 4-2 on PrepSpotlight.tv. Isn't it wonderful to hear "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in this summer that has been so strange? A sense of normalcy when you get to the baseball field. 4-2 Moorhead over Prior Lake, going to the bottom of the 7th inning. 6 outs to get for the Brewers. They'll feel a lot better about getting those 6 outs if they can add a run or 2 of insurance. For the Brewers in the 7th, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in their order, facing Jimmy Larson, who allowed a hit batsman and a walk, but no runs in his first inning of work, the 6th. If you're joining us mid-broadcast, Moorhead scored the first run of the game back in the 2nd inning. 2-out rally started by a walk, followed by a stolen base and a Chandler Eibach RBI single. Prior Lake got 2 runs in the 4th inning. First pitch just misses outside, ball 1 to Jace McLean. In that top of the fourth for the Jays, Moorhead pitcher David Ernst committed an error that allowed the first base runner of the ball game. That was followed by a RBI double from Mitch Goodwin and a wild pitch that brought home Joe Loftus, who had earlier singled. It was a 2-0 Prior Lake lead going to the bottom of the fifth inning. High and tight, 3-0. In the bottom of the fifth inning, Moorhead tied the game on a Matt Oy RBI single. Denver Blinn gave the Brewers a 3-2 lead with a 1-out RBI single. In on the hands, shallow flare into center. That'll drop for a base hit. Leadoff single for Jace McLean. First hit allowed by Jimmy Larson. And then the play of the game thus far, and a play that will probably be talked about for a while. With the bases loaded and 1 out, Tanner Adams struck out looking. But on the throw back to the mound, the runner at third, Spencer Flayton, scampered home and got in just ahead of the return throw to the plate. Prior Lake upset either about the call or the lack of an obstruction call. In on the hands, lifted foul out of play because the right-handed hitting Adam hadn't really left the batter's box. The pitcher, who had just entered the game and was likely going to go deep into this ballgame, TJ Larson, was immediately ejected. Denver Blinn, who began the play at second base and had taken third, trailing Flayton, in the confusion tried to score, and he was called out in a close play. That ended the inning. Here's a wild pitch that kicks away down the third base line. Rounding second on his way to third is McLean, but halfway there he reconsiders. And that goes up the first base line. It's an easy 2 bases on the wild pitch, but it would have been a short throw for the catcher Keating to get it to third. So McLean will be content just getting to second. So long story short, the Brewers put up 3 runs in the fifth inning. That's where we stand. It's been 0 since. Moorhead with a 2-run lead. They're 6 outs away from a date in the next round. Winner of this game will play Dundas, with the winner of the next game, that is Cold Spring and Anoka, playing Elko. 1-1. Missing badly. Straight to the backstop on the fly. And another free 90 feet for Jace McLean. Second wild pitch of the sequence. Neither have been particularly close. They look like misfires out of the hand for Jimmy Larson. Prior Lake manager Scott Giesler telling his corner infielders to play in. And now the middle infielders will creep in as well. Already trailing by 2. This is a big run at third base with nobody out. 2-1 pitch. Line foul. 2-2. The pitch on the ground to short. McLean freezes at third. The throw to first retires Blinn. Goodwin played that perfectly. Just a head fake in the direction of third base was enough to keep McLean at third. Big first out, and the infield will remain in for Joe Halleck. Halleck 1 for 2, a fly to right, a single, and a hit by pitch to load the bases in advance of that crazy play in the fifth. First pitch from Larson, and it skips to the backstop. Coming home from third is McLean, and he will score without a throw. A leadoff single followed by 3 wild pitches, and the Brewers add a big insurance run. It's now 5-2. Larson will get back into the wind. That might be where he's most comfortable. Better command, at least so far, when he's got a chance to really wind back and fire. That pitch is fouled off, 1-1 the count. Halleck now at the plate with the bases empty. On the inside corner, framed nicely by Keating, 1-2. Breaking ball lifted in the air, shallow right. Out is the second baseman, Butler. Shielding his eyes from the sun, he makes the catch. Second out. That'll bring in Tanner Adam. 1 for 3 with a single and a pair of strikeouts. Went down looking with the bases loaded, but that was just the beginning of the momentum-changing play. First pitch, high and tight. Ball 1. Larson winds and deals. Outside corner, there's a strike. Cold Spring Springers have arrived. They're walking their baseball bags down to the first base dugout, waiting for this one to wrap up. Prior Lake hoping for at least one more rally, either in the 8th or the 9th, to make things interesting. 2-1 now the count to Tanner Adam. High with a fastball, 3-1. Next pitch, hit hard but foul, into the bleachers down the right field line. Prior Lake really was in command of this game for a solid few innings, but suddenly you look up at the scoreboard, they don't have a hit outside the 2-run 4th, and now they're trailing by 3. Routine grounder to second, Butler to Hoig, and that does it for the Brewers in the 7th inning, but they turn a leadoff single and 3 wild pitches into an insurance run. It's 5-2 going to the 8th on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Welcome back to Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee, Minnesota, and the Minnesota Baseball Association's Class B state tournament. My name's Eric Bramer. It's a 5-2 Moorhead lead over Prior Lake as we go to the top of the 8th inning. First pitch fouled straight back from the pitcher, dominant so far, David Ernst, to Austin Gordon. Prior Lake has the top of their order due up, trying to kickstart a rally and get Ernst on the ropes. He's been dominant, save for one inning so far. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 to the Jays center fielder, 0 for 3 on the day. Ernst from the wind. The pitch. Just got a piece of a breaking ball. Chopping it foul towards his own dugout. Ernst, 7 innings, 2 runs, neither of them earned on 2 hits. He struck out 6 batters, and he's walked 3. 0-2, slow breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7, and out number 1 in the 8th inning for David Ernst. Up next, Jeff Butler. First pitch fouled off. Next game for the winning team will be next weekend. That'll be against Dundas on Saturday the 29th at 7 p.m. So 5 days rest for Ernst, if he is indeed going to be the man getting the call. Why wouldn't he be at this point? 1-1 the count to Jeff Butler. Pitching into the 8th inning, might as well give him a chance to finish it off, as there's a base hit dumped into right center field. First hit since the 4th inning for Prior Lake, and just the 3rd of the ball game. Butler is aboard. That'll bring in Joe Loftus. Mentioned this stat at the outset. Never more relevant than now. Ernst has allowed only 1 home run in now more than 70 innings on the season. That suggests that if Prior Lake is going to get back in this ballgame, they're going to have to manufacture runs. One swing can't take care of everything. That said, with the heart of the order due up, Joe Loftus takes ball 1. Trying to put himself in a favorable count, he's also got Jonah Hoig on deck. One-0. Early on the off-speed pitch. Tapped foul, 1-1. Five outs to get for Moorhead. Infield set up for a double play, hoping to get 2 outs on 1 swing. 1-1 to Loftus. Outside corner for a strike. Ernst looks in. The 1-2. Off the outside edge. 2-2. Looked like it was a ball, but it's the type of pitch that might be given as a strike as a reward for the dominance that Ernst has shown so far this afternoon. 2-2 coming to Loftus. High and tight, a check swing he held. Count runs full. A walk would bring the tying run to the plate in the form of the cleanup hitter, Jonah Hoig, on deck. Payoff pitch coming. Bounced, and it's a walk. A single, now a walk, and the Jays do have a rally here in the 8th inning. That's going to prompt a visit from Jeremy Pescel. Talking things over, you can see Ernst shaking his head side to side. There is some stirring in the right field bullpen. 5 more outs to get. And Pescel says his piece, heard what he wanted to hear from Ernst, and he walks back to the dugout without making a move. Here's Jonah Hoig. Hoig is 0 for 2 with a grounder to third, a strikeout, and a walk. First pitch, line foul. Butler at second, Loftus at first. Ernst digging deep. Now time called by his catcher, Eibach. It's only the 3rd inning that Prior Lake has gotten a man to second base. 0-1, lifted in the air down the right field line, foul and twisting out of play. 0-2 from Ernst to Hoig. Missing low and away. Looked like Ernst hit his spot. They were trying to get Hoig to chase. One, two. Hoig waits back, slashes it foul and out of play. Another change of pace from Ernst, who it seems has relied less on his fastball the second, third, and now fourth times through the order. One, two. Chopped foul. Two runs on 3 hits for Prior Lake, 5 runs on 7 hits for Moorhead. One Brewers error, it led to both Prior Lake runs. The 1-2 pitch. Hoig swings and misses. Chased a high fastball for out number 2. 4 outs to go. Strikeout number 8 for Ernst. And that'll leave it to Mitch Goodwin.
Batting next for our local third baseman, number 12, Mitch Goodwin.
Goodwin provided the only run-scoring hit for Prior Lake. It was an RBI double back in the 4th inning. In total, he's 1 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout to boot. First pitch lifted in the air, center field and deep. Flayton going back at the warning track, at the wall. He made the catch! Crashing into the batter's eye in center field. Out number 3 ends the 8th inning. He's still down, and now is Flayton okay? It might be the catch of the tournament. The immediate concern, is he okay? He tried to get up and is staying down. Crashing headlong into the fence. It's chain link all around the outfield except that big batter's eye in center.
No errors. Reaches to the bottom of the 8th. Moorhead leading Prior Lake 5-2.
As he receives attention in center field, he now stands to his feet. Gets a round of applause from everyone involved here. And we step away. 5-2 Moorhead on top. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
Now he cracks one hard to left field. A 2-run home run. Dead center field.
And the pitch. Grounded towards the right side and past the diving first baseman. Coming up throwing is the right fielder. There will be a play at the plate, and he is safe. He gets underneath the tag. One in the second, and another one. How about that? The trifecta of home runs as Davis hammers it out.
Ready to the fly ball, pretty well hit the left field. Bulow going back for it, still going, and it is off the wall, or the fence, I should say. Knight around third, throw to the plate, and it would have got him, but Granger could not hang on.
Runner Janke. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep away back. Miller to the fence. His second home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
We have had a dandy of a ball game this afternoon at Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee. It's 5-2 Moorhead over Prior Lake going to the bottom of the 8th inning. We thought we had the play of the tournament on the steal of home back in the 5th inning. But what a catch made by Spencer Flayton in center field, crashing into the wall to end the top of the 8th. We'll see that one again, that's for sure. Mike Pescel, first pitch swinging, fouls it back and onto the roof of the grandstand area, 0-1. Jimmy Larson still out there on the mound for Prior Lake. Has to be deflating for the Jays. Hardest hit ball all afternoon, taken out to the warning track. Would have scored 2 with the contact made with the wall. If Flayton doesn't make the catch, might be an inside the park home run. Served into left center field, slicing towards the left fielder Frederick, but he plays it on a couple hops. Leadoff single for Mike Pescel. If you're concerned, as you probably should be, about the condition of Spencer Flayton, he was able to walk off the field. The leadoff man is due up 5th in the inning and now 4th in sequence after the Pescel single. So we may know in the 8th inning if he's okay. Mound visit from Scott Giesler, and they're going to make a pitching change, it appears. Jimmy Larson got to face one batter in the 8th and called on in unexpected circumstances. He did a pretty good job. He leaves to a round of applause, and we've got a pitching change. Back in a moment on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
It'll be Matt Cady coming on, the 4th pitcher of the game for Prior Lake. Jimmy Larson went 2+ innings, allowing 1 run on 2 hits. He's responsible for Mike Pescel at first base. Larson had some swing and miss stuff, a pair of strikeouts, but he also walked a batter, hit a batter, and issued 4 wild pitches. Here's Brent Colpack, who was the hit batsman of Larson's his last time up. He's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch, a walk, and a foul pop to first. Ball 1 misses to the right-handed hitting shortstop. In the top of the 9th inning for Prior Lake, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order. There's a strike, 1-1. And you wonder if it'll still be David Ernst on the mound trying for the complete game victory. Visibly less effective in the 8th inning. Even the 3rd out was the best hit ball of the afternoon. Upstairs, 2-1. Hot ground ball to short. Can they turn it? Goodwin to Butler. On to first, not in time. Fielder's choice, 6-4 with Pescel forced out at second. That's out number 1. Chandler Eibach up next. Ibach has been in the thick of things. And I beg your pardon, looks like we've got a pinch hitter. It's Grant Weisler. Played college ball at Valley City State University, hails from Owatonna. First pitch is up and in. Weisler not listed as a catcher. There's a back pick to first after a pitch up. 2-0 the count to the pinch hitter. So someone will have to catch for Ibach in the 9th inning. Two-0 coming. Hot ground ball past the diving second baseman Butler into right center field. Overrun for a moment by Smith, and that will allow Colpack to get to third base. He had checked in at second and was content staying there, but when Smith overran it, an extra 90 feet, another misplay by Prior Lake. It is their first error, but with all the passed balls and wild pitches, this feels like Moorhead has been given extra bases all afternoon. Matt Oy's spot due up next, but there's going to be another pinch hitter. This is Chris Clemenson.
Now batting for Moorhead, number 12, Chris
Clemenson
Clemenson.
out of Minot State University. Colpack at third. Weisler at first. Slow breaking ball drops in for a strike. So we'll need a new left fielder on the defensive chart in the top of the 9th inning. Ground ball base hit through the hole to left. That'll score Colpack from third. Weisler checks in at second, and a pinch hit single from Chris Clemenson extends the Moorhead lead. It's now 6-2. And you don't want to put anything past Prior Lake, but you wonder if that 8th inning rally might have been their last gasp. Has to be deflating, as I've said, to come so close to a game-changing hit. Being robbed on a great play in center field.
Now batting for Moorhead, number 13, Derek Dormanen.
Another pinch hitter, Derek Dormanen, will bat for Flayton. And there's your answer, Flayton out of the ballgame after crashing headlong into the fence in center field. And now we've got two police cars, lights on, coming into the parking lot here. And again, don't want to have undue speculation, but you hope Flayton doesn't require any serious medical attention. Oh, 1 to Dormanen. Lined into the gap in left center field, falling fast. That's down for a base hit. Weisler checks in at third. He comes home. He scores without a throw, and the hits keep coming for the Brewers. Another run, and it's 7-2. Credit Dormanen with an RBI single. Clemenson now at second base. And the string of 3 straight pinch hitters is broken with McLean still in the game. 1 for 4 with a single his last time up. First pitch lifted in the air, third base side foul. Over for a look is Goodwin, but he runs out of room. Whatever police presence barreled into the parking lot, haven't seen anything further, so we won't speculate any further as to Flayton's status. Hopefully he just got his bell rung and He's taking the rest of the game off. Hot ground ball through the hole to right. Another base hit for the Brewers. Clemenson held up at third. The bases are loaded. Yet another single. It's the 5th hit of the inning. All of them singles, and death by 1,000 cuts here. The Brewers trying to put this one out of reach for good. Here's Denver Blinn, 1 for 4. RBI single back in the 5th. First pitch, outside corner for a strike. Missing upstairs, 1-1 the count. If you haven't gotten enough baseball, I know I sure haven't, we've got another game and a half for you here on PrepSpotlight.tv in Class B this afternoon and evening. There's a ground ball towards short. Now another chance for a double play. 1 out at second. At first, safe. Blinn beats it out. Another run comes home as Clemenson scores. The Brewers extend their lead to 8-2 with a 3-run inning. Give Blinn an RBI on the fielder's choice. He was hustling out of the box, and he needed every split second to prevent the 6-4-3 double play. Dormanen at third. And now Joe Halleck, the 8th man to bat in the inning. First pitch fouled off. And now an ambulance coming in. Lights on, but no sirens. So an unfortunate sideshow here in the late innings. We want to extend our best wishes to Spencer Flayton, if this is indeed for him. Fly ball into left, hit well. Frederick going back, it's over his head, and it one hops off the wall. Dormanen will score. Blinn rounding third, he comes home. The throw goes into the middle of the infield. It's a 2-run double for Joe Halleck. And Moorhead is pouring it on in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's now 10-2. All of these runs except the first charged to Matt Cady. I don't see any action in the bullpen, so Cady done. Whoever comes in is coming in cold. We'll step away again. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
Runner Janke. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep away back. Miller to the fence. It's gone! A 2-run bomb wins it. Ethan Rowe, a 2-run shot. And the St. Anthony Hogs defeat the Minneapolis Angels 7-5 in walk-off fashion. His second home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
It's the third Larson of the game coming in for Prior Lake to try and stop the bleeding. It's a 5-run 8th inning already, and the lead has been stretched all the way out to 10-2. Jake Larson will try and get the final out of the inning, facing Tanner Adam, the 9th man to bat, in the frame. Matt Cady got 2 outs, so 2/3 of an inning. 5 runs have scored in the inning, 4 are charged to him, and he's also responsible for Joe Halleck at second base. There was an error, but it was only an extra base that was added to an existing base hit. So all the runs are earned. 10 runs on 13 hits for Moorhead. Prior Lake, paltry in comparison, 2 runs on 3 hits. Both of their runs were unearned. If this is the end of the season for Prior Lake, still have to consider it an unmitigated success to make it to the state tournament, given all the challenges that every team has faced in this COVID-19 ravaged summer. Just getting here is an accomplishment. If they held a lead into the middle innings against a pretty good Moorhead team, an accomplishment in and of itself. So very close to bringing this game to within a run at the very least in the top half of this inning. Great catch by Spencer Flayton ended the frame, kept the momentum in Moorhead's favor, and they've taken advantage of that momentum in the time since. First pitch, high and tight, ball 1 to Tanner Adam. 1 for 4 with a single, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Joe Halleck at second after his 2-run double. The 1-0. Chopped on the ground toward short. To his right, Goodwin. He fields and throws, and that ends the 8th inning. But not before the Brewers add 5 more. They take an 8-run lead to the top of the 9th inning. They'll try and finish it off after this on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Now he cracks one hard to left field. A 2-run home run. Dead center field. Hard to left field. A 2-run home run. Dead center field.
Struck out 8. And issues in the back half of the
Grounded towards the right side and past the diving first baseman. Coming up throwing is the right fielder. There will be a play at the plate, and he is safe. He gets underneath the tag.
Moorhead with the win.
And another one. How about that? The trifecta of home runs as Davis hammers it out.
Saturday at 7 p.m.
Ready for the fly ball. Pretty well hit the left field. Bulow
here.
going back for it. Still going, and it is off the wall. Or the fence, I should say. Knight around third. Throw to the plate, and it would have got him. But Granger could not hang on.
Runner Jenkins. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep away back. Miller to the fence. His second home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
Getting started, I guess, a little past the top of the hour. 3-2 coming. Check swing upstairs. It's a walk for the pinch hitter Kress. Expecting a parade of pinch hitters here. Sam Emmerich batting for Tommy Keating, who had gone 0 for 3. First pitch misses. The game's scheduled to start at 5 o'clock. That'll get started a little bit after that. Should be a good one. Cold Spring and Anoka, with the winner moving on to play Elko on Saturday. if you're watching this game, you probably will want to watch that game. There's a decent chance the winner of that game will meet you later on. There's a sliding catch in shallow right field. Nice play, throw back in as Kress gets it without incident. 2 down, final out time for Prior Lake. And Corey Goodwin will bat. 0 for 2 with a walk so far today. First pitch, inner half for a strike. Another strike, and it's 0-2. Jays down to their final strike. Truin sets. And the 0-2 pitch, low and away. Later on this evening, we will also complete the suspended game from Friday between Chanhassen and St. Michael. That's a Chanhassen lead in the 6th. Just off the outside edge, 2-2. So you've got a full day of baseball waiting for you if you haven't had your fill. All of it here on PrepSpotlight.tv. 2-2 coming. Lifted foul and out of play over the first base dugout. Two-two pitch. Chopped foul. Goodwin kept the at-bat and the game alive. Truin takes the sign and sets. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Ball game over. Moorhead with a 10-2 victory over Prior Lake continues their run of dominance, and they move on to the next round in the MBA state tournament. Totals on the board: Prior Lake in defeat, 2 runs on 3 hits with 1 error. Moorhead in victory, 10 runs on 13 hits with 1 error. The win will go to David Ernst, who went 8 innings, allowing only 2 unearned runs. The loss goes to Ben Eisenberg, who allowed 4 runs in 4 1/3. There was no save. Time of game, just shy of 3 hours, about 2 hours and 43 minutes by my rough estimate. Give me some time and I'll give you an exact number if you really want it. The fans are leaving, but we are staying. PrepSpotlight.tv will have the next game between Cold Spring and Anoka, and then the resumption of the suspended game from Friday again after that. If you want to stick with us, go back to the main page, click on the correct game, and we will have more baseball action all afternoon into the evening. Until then, this is Eric Bramer signing off. Your final score once more: Moorhead 10, Prior Lake 2. You've been watching PrepSpotlight.tv.
The 2020 Class B Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.